want to look good for the recap.
I want to look good for my 5 fans.
Hey, man, we're coming up on 6. So, watch out. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Challenge Express. Choo. We are back. We're going to recap episode 11.
Would you consider this an episode, or would you consider this like 90% of an episode?
Let's give them some slack. First cliffhanger of the season.
Not a fan.
No one is a fan, but
I feel like I'm getting ripped off. I'm like looking forward to an episode, and then I'm getting half of one. It's like,
yeah, and especially because there was a lot of filler that we'll get into, and I'm excited to drop some bombs of information for you because I know you don't know some of this stuff, some of the behind the scenes stuff.
You actually don't know that. You're just like, I have some stuff that
I'm assuming.
I have stuff that I want to tell you, so.
No. I have stuff that I want to tell you. This is my show. No, I'm excited to hear it then, but let's let it happen organically and let's get into the episode. So yeah, I mean, Gabby and the Amber Bridge is forever burnt. I don't think it's irreparable at all. It doesn't seem like it is, and due to Gabby and Devin's horrid double agent gameplay.
I don't care about them.
Okay, moving on. As somebody you do care about, Josh.
Well, I was gonna say the only thing I care about in the beginning, like the whole Amber being blindsided, blah blah blah. Darrell makes a comment which was very humble, and he was like, maybe I can actually learn from the big brother. Like he's admitting that he's not too much of a veteran or too old to still learn from the new blood.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw his decision. He sticks with Big Brother. So, I mean, we'll also, get into that. But, I mean, Darrell's making a smart decision. He's not playing with his emotions.
Yeah, he's playing to get to the end. Yeah.
And Darrell knows nobody wants to see him in the end. So if he has an easier way to the end by being a part of this alliance, he needs to take that. He's too deep into his career. People know too much about him. People know how much of a threat he is in the final, so he can't worry about friends in the game. He's a father. He has children.
He has free Whoppers for life.
I mean, honestly, he's already won this season in my eyes. I mean, we're gonna talk. Well, let's talk about Josh first.
Wait. Okay. Can I begin the Josh conversation with his quote? Well, since I got my skull pretty early.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, I was like, you got it last episode. What do you mean you got it? You got the last one.
Josh's detriment and his number one weakness is his delusion.
He is absolutely delusional. Yeah. I got my skull pretty early. You got it at the halfway mark of the season, and you got the last of 5 skulls. You did not get it pretty early. Like, what are you talking about?
And then you hear him saying, like, obviously I don't want to go down to the limb, but I'm ready to. And even when he knew he had a chance of going against CT, he was like, I'm not scared of CT.
Yes, you are.
Delusion. He's scared of
CT. And everybody's, like, people admit that. Like, everybody.
Yeah. It's okay.
You should be. If you're not, then there's something you're not. You're delusional.
Thank you. Some other delusions that take over Josh is his feelings are starting to develop for Nany.
Well, I don't know. Nany didn't deny that she felt, reciprocated the feelings. She was like, would I ever date Josh? Oh, I don't know. Like, so she didn't say no.
But she also said we're family.
Yeah, so friend zone. But that's
Josh was like, step family? I mean, if Josh is paired with a female, You better guess that he's going to develop some feelings. We saw this on War of the Worlds 1 when he was partners with Amanda. He started catching feelings for Amanda.
Josh is a skin bag filled with feelings. That's like, he's just, like, that's what he is. He's just feelings. He's nothing else. You don't like that skin bag? You don't like that?
Yeah, the skin bag threw me off, threw me for a loop. Yeah. Oh God. All right, moving on. We gotta move on from that one. Skin bag. Loco Lolo. Shout outs to my man Adonis out there. Too Much Challenge on Twitter. He was like, you better shout out Loco Lolo in this episode because.
Yeah, we can talk about Lolo a lot. Now, later, whenever.
Let's do it. Let's just get it out of the way.
You want to get it out? All right.
Yeah. So this is where my bomb of information comes in.
Okay, me too.
Oh, okay, so there's no bomb then. We both know probably.
All right, so what? All right, let's just start from the beginning. Lolo feels like she's getting blocked from getting a skull. She is. So is CT. So is Darrell. Like, yes, that is a very fair assessment. Now, you know, they start hinting towards she's gonna quit. Then Lolo doesn't win the daily, and then she's crying. And then she quits, and she's like, I'm just not gonna have a chance to get the skull. Like, you have multiple more chances. All you have to do is win a daily challenge. Like, this is your fault. If you win a daily, like, you have like at least 3 more opportunities to try to win a daily. So that's bullshit. And then 2, on that article, she said that she was forced to quit. Oh, I'm sorry, you were forced to quit. Why did you sign up for the No, she was forced to make a decision because I guess the trainings for the Olympics were overlapping with the challenge. So why did you sign up for the challenge if you knew you wanted to train for the Olympics?
Because she thought she had it in the bag.
I guess. 2, I thought, or maybe she thought she'd be out by then. 2, don't say that you were forced to quit. You were forced to make a decision that you knew you were going to have to make. Nobody forced you to quit. Like, that's bullshit. That's like, that is being a sore loser. Like, this is one thing I can't stand about her. Like, I like her. I want to like her, but that is so ridiculous and just delusional.
Yeah. So I chatted with some of my friends in the challenge universe. Rookie Revolution, who kills it on YouTube and Twitter. He always has the inside scoop. This guy knows everything. So yeah, he said that Lolo had some type of crazy mental breakdown. They didn't show that clearly.
Well, kind of did show like little pieces.
I think he was saying like there's a moment, like you would have known this was the moment where she broke down because it was pretty intense, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like she was not doing okay.
Right, she's not stable mentally, but yeah, I think
TJ probably won't give her a hard time, and that's fun. Like, but I do think like Leo Rush, he admitted like this is not good for me mentally. Like, it's bringing back, and you know that's good because that brings awareness to mental like disorders and just like it makes people know it's okay to admit to those things. For her to be making excuses like, oh, I was forced to make a decision. Oh, nobody's allowing me to get to school. Like, if you're leaving because of mental like instability and like issues that you're having, let us know that. So that way we know that it's okay. We could talk about these things. Like, that's not helping.
I mean, it's a lot. I think she's way too hard on herself. Maybe she went into this thinking it one and done. You know, I'm going to go do this challenge thing, make $1 million and leave because I'm that good. I'm an Olympian. I'm Lolo.
Yeah. So it's kind of a reality check.
Yeah, and also when she quit, when she did her whole speech, they said that MTV production did, I guess, force her to quit, but I do have to look into that more. But I could see.
Told her she needed to leave because like she needed help.
Yeah, if she had a mental breakdown and production was like, all right, we can't have you in the house anymore doing this.
Yeah, or if they thought that they were afraid she was going to hurt herself or somebody else. they might be like, we need to excuse you, you know, we need to exclude you from this competition. So maybe they did mentally DQ her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay, but like you can't just give little pieces of the story to make people look bad. Like
Yeah.
the way that it was presented was, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. But it's like, well, that's not the full truth.
Yeah, I know. And oh, not even poor me, poor me, poor me. It's like you guys this, you guys that, you guys, I know you guys aren't going to give me my chance. I've been working with Big Brother and you guys still won't give me a chance and blah, blah, blah. Some of it is on me. So I admit some of it's on me. It's like,
Like you have to, there nobody's giving you anything. Like, because she's just used to competing is what in the Olympics you just compete well and you win, right? Like that's it. But that's not the challenge. Is a lot more than that. There's like
yeah, it's like a peach and an asparagus.
yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jarrell, for that. But yeah, so listen, if she's having mental issues, then I feel bad. And it's probably best that she left. Like I'm not gonna make fun of her for that. That's fine. But what I don't like is like just own up to that. So that way the viewers can understand. And also you're raising awareness and you're making it like, you know, okay to realize you have issues and need to leave. Like that's okay.
Yeah. You're almost painting an image of like you're supposed, if you're this Olympian, you're supposed to be this rock hard, like win no matter what. And if you don't, it's, and then she, yeah.
I think that is what that like mentality. She just wasn't able to break out of that, and that's not a healthy mentality. You don't always win in life. Like you need to know how to lose.
Yeah.
More important, like it's more important to know how to lose than it is to know how to win. And another thing that Lolo said was Big T and CT's daily challenge win was rigged by production. So not only is she saying like I was forced to quit and not giving any, you know, other information behind that, then she was like saying that MTV rigged the win. So, you know, she was kind of painting them poorly.
That's interesting. I didn't know that last part because
But
we'll get to it, but I thought Big T and CT dropped late.
yeah, they did. They dropped really late. And also Devin spoke out and was like, that's not true. So it's probably just Lolo being bitter and
Yeah.
being a sore loser. That's
Yeah. And we get to the daily challenge next. So, I mean, let's go right into it. It was called Airlift. One pair at a time will start on the front of a speedboat. Helicopter will swoop down. They have to, you know, hold on to these ropes and hold on until they can land in this drop zone. So the drop zone was the only issue I had with the daily challenge. They didn't explain it well enough. They just showed like two little buoys out there, but I didn't know where the drop zone ended, where it started.
It was four, so it was like a square.
Okay. I wish they just did like a highlight, like a line just to show what the limit was where you could drop. Because we saw people drop, we didn't know how close to like the max they dropped.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, like there was four, so like it created a square, so they had to fall within that area. You can't really, I don't know, it's probably,
You know, just like put a color over, like, you know, just highlight. If they just like did an overhead view of the drop zone, just make it a green highlight, just like this is the drop zone.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Just made it a little bit more clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't really tell, but I just assumed if they didn't DQ them, they fell within the square.
Right. So yeah, you got to drop in the drop zone, and then it's a swimming race to a floating platform on the water where you hit a button to stop your time.
How just shitty and poor production that Corey is just, he's on this challenge and he's just sitting out time after time. Like you put together, you know how much money it takes to put together this whole like helicopter and all this shit, and you're gonna let this kid just sit. Like I kind of wish they just let him do it. Like just let him and just say like your score doesn't count. Like just let him do it.
Yeah.
He's there. He's across the world, and you set this all up, and you're just gonna be like, oh, you just gotta watch time after time. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I wrote that down as well. I think it's a major flaw in this season.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
It looks like just poor planning, like poor production. It's not like, oh man, he's the rogue agent. Like it's just like,
maybe if the rogue agent had some more power, some like sneaky power or something.
All they have is like, oh, you're the rogue agent, so now you're safe for the week and you don't even have to compete or do anything. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
See you later.
God, I'm so white.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am.
I'll start with Casey and Leroy, like just kind of go through the teams. I have like a little comment for each, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good challenge overall. A lot of teams did well. Those who didn't do well really shit the bed on this one. But Casey and Leroy go first, and Leroy impressed. I mean,
yeah, what I love about Leroy is he sees where he needs to improve and he works on it. So, he said we saw him a couple seasons ago, or maybe more than that, where swimming was one of his weaknesses. And he says, like, yeah, I've been taking swimming classes. So that's something that I love about him. I hate when I see a competitor that's like, yeah, I don't know how to do this, or I'm afraid of this, but I'm not doing anything to try to improve it. It's like, oh, I suck at puzzles. Well, are you trying to get better at them, or are you just going to accept that you suck at them,
Yep.
I thought him and Casey worked really, really well together.
Yeah, him and Casey are killing it this season. Darrell and Amber go next. Seemed like Amber dropped a little early, but it was what it was. They were both capable swimmers, it looked like.
Yeah, it says a lot when Darrell says, this is one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Yeah, right?
That says a lot. Like,
yeah, and then you hear Lolo saying this is one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
What do you mean this is one of the, you were in the Olympics?
It's peaches and asparagus.
You're holding onto a rope and then swimming. Like, it's crazy, but
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, everything was a shock to her, even though it probably shouldn't have been. Like,
yeah,
you need it. This isn't the Olympics. I mean, I don't. How many times we have to say it?
Yeah. Cam and Kyle. I love Leroy. Was like, my girl's looking fit out there.
I was gonna say, Leroy and Cam are the Paulie and Cara we always wanted. You remember when like Paulie was competing and Cara would be on the sidelines like, I'm gonna have sex with him tonight, or like.
Yeah, but she was like not cute about it. They were disgusting.
I know, but no, this is what we want.
Yeah, Cam and Leroy are always like complimenting each other and cheering each other.
Yeah, he was like, because of his foot. and then he's like, this was supposed to be my moment. You better not have beat me.
I love it. No, we got Josh. Whew.
Yeah. Kyle and Cam, real quick, did really well. I was impressed by them as well. I thought I was a little worried about them coming in. So. Yeah,
I mean, the two strongest teams are Casey, Leroy, and Cam and Kyle. Like, this is Cam and Leroy. This is their season, man. I think they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Nani and Josh. Oh my god.
Yeah. What a mess. I mean, you got to expect every time we see Josh on the screen to be a goofball.
That's why his elimination record is so bad, and the only time he's ever won an elimination is when the other person completely just like failed. Josh is not good at competing. He's strong, but he's a goof, and he's not like smart when it comes to these challenges.
He needs to accept that. The first step is accepting your garbage.
Yeah, like, listen, I want him on the challenge every season. Like, I
don't mind it. Yeah,
I like him, but like, he's a goof.
He's a goof. Give me the goof.
Give me the goof.
I want the goof. That was a great moment. We'll get to that.
But him trying to grab Nani's rope, like, why did you think that was? He was like, well, we're both gonna get on her rope.
Yeah, you just gotta jump to your rope. He hesitated, obviously, and
Yeah.
then, that 1 second, it was too much. Rope got away from him.
Oh man! But then you got a niece.
And no, the worst part actually about that was Josh asks, "Can we go again?"
Yeah.
DQ? What do you mean DQ?
Can we go again? Like, what do you mean? No, you idiot! You fucked up.
Damn it! God damn it!
Issa falling like what'd she say? Like a turd?
Yeah, Anissa fell. I thought they had a chance too, and I was like, as long as Anissa can hold on to that rope, she's a decent swimmer. Fessie's a great swimmer, I think. So they actually have a chance at winning this. All you need to do is hold on to the rope.
Listen, I probably couldn't do this. I have no upper body strength. So like I'm not gonna hate on anybody who wasn't able to hold on, which actually was just Anissa, but I will hate on somebody who couldn't grab the rope and fell off. Like like come on.
Yeah, which brings us to Devin. Yep, the only other guy to miss the rope, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, do you think like
it looked easier at times for some pairs to grab the ropes?
That's what I mean. So there is this is not a controlled challenge. It is going to be slightly different for every single team because you're on a boat and there's a helicopter. Like it's never ever going to be a controlled identical experience for each team. So is there a chance that it was a little harder for some people? Yeah, like it is, and it probably was for Devin.
Yeah, it turns out that it looked like it was a little more difficult, or there was less room for error.
Yeah.
For Gabby and Devin and Josh and Nani's turn. Devin looked like he had like a millisecond to get his. He was only focusing on his too. He wasn't like looking at Gabby's. He was only focusing on his. And once it got away, like he would have had to jump to it. And I feel like other pairs didn't have to jump to it.
Yeah, I mean, and then so that boils down to like, okay, is it human error on Devin's part? Is it human error on the helicopter or the boat driver's part? Or is it production?
Yeah, I hope production isn't doing that type of stuff.
It's production being like, quickly move the helicopter away so they can't get the rope.
Yeah. I mean, to make the storyline because Josh missed it. So it's like, let's make Devin miss it because he was making fun of him the whole time.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. But Devin did speak up saying that nothing was rigged on this challenge.
I hope that's the truth. You never know.
I don't know. Lolo and Nam. So now we have our second random little clip of Nam saying his back hurts.
Yeah, Son's gotta. Yeah, he's got to go home. He's going home in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna get medically DQ'd. Yeah. Or he'll just leave because of his back pain.
It looks like he's trying to stick it out. So I imagine, just during the next episode, doctors come in and take a look at Nam and say you're not fit to continue, something like that.
So he keeps saying it hurts during not very challenging daily challenges. So like the one where he was just digging and he's like, oh my God, I can't move. This one he's holding on and swimming. But like if it's anything more physical than this, it's probably going to push him over the limit.
Yeah, so he can't like run a long time with that lower back, I'm assuming.
No, and then Lolo.
Yeah, but I mean, before they start, it's like, how will they fuck it up this time,
Yeah, seriously. Lolo swimming, like she was freaking out. Yeah,
Lolo pulled a ninja, if you remember from War of the Worlds 2, where Ninja just started swimming in like the opposite direction.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when Amber M like just dropped the ball and kept running. I think these people who are like more inexperienced black out and they're just I don't know.
Yeah, it looked way too hard for Lola.
Yeah, she was like swimming backwards on her back and like crying, and I was like, what is happening? Does her back hurt or does Mom's? And then Big T and CT. I mean, that was, first of all, there's two moments on this episode where Big T and CT are holding hands and it melts my heart. one of them was on this challenge because she was like wobbly and he was holding her hand and it was so cute.
No matter what, I'm proud of you.
And he says, whatever happens, I'm proud of you, while they're holding hands. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And then when she's telling him I was on the swim team and did pole dancing.
Yeah.
That was so amazing. And then when she says, we did quite marvelous, actually.
Yeah, CT and Big T did quite marvelous, actually, this daily challenge.
Oh my God, everything about them. I was like, my little black heart is melting.
Yeah, I mean, that was like one of the best like post-wins, like camaraderie celebrations. It was very genuine and it was awesome to see.
Spoiler alert, which don't hate me. It's not really a spoiler if you pay attention. I'm pissed that they do certain commercials. Like, so Big T and CT by the end of this episode are not going into elimination. Well, no. CT could go into elimination. Whatever. By the end of this episode, you don't see that clip where Big T gets mad at CT saying, "You promised me."
Yeah.
So you can kind of assume that neither of them are going home.
Right. You could kind of assume
he
wins elimination and doesn't pick her.
Yeah.
So it's like this whole next episode, we already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, just because of that one clip that they showed us. I mean, we could be way wrong, but I don't think we are.
Yeah.
And that's annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying because it's almost like, let's say bye to Devin.
Yeah, Devin, yeah,
he had a great season. Thanks for entertaining us, Devin, but it seems like it's coming to an end.
What did Devin say? He said something like where he annoys himself because he's like, I'm an annoying person. Like, I love how he just admits it and knows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so like I said, I thought CT and Big T dropped a little late.
I thought she dropped too late where they were going to be DQ'd.
Yeah, so I almost could see where Lolo's coming from when she says something like that, but Devin, came to CT and Big T's rescue saying that production had nothing to do with it. So we'll take his word for it.
Yeah.
I was happy CT and Big T got the win, but I was really expecting TJ to be like, you guys had the best time, but you dropped too late. And it's almost surprising that none of these teams DQ'd by dropping too late or dropping out of the zone. The zone must have been that big, or like, and I'm sure it's hard to judge when to drop because when you drop, you're going forward.
I know, but the zone was pretty big.
Yeah, but like you would assume people are trying to drop as late as possible.
Yeah, so they'd be closer to the edge. Yeah.
Big T was on the swimming team in high school. That's huge for her.
Yeah, I love how she did. She's like, I didn't want to say anything in case I was rusty. I'm like, that's really smart. Like, don't brag about something if you don't know if you still got it. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and it ups her stock as a challenger. I mean, she can do a lot. She doesn't have many weaknesses. Probably physical. I always think back to that elimination with her in Georgia on Big T's first season where they were pushing the dumpsters and they had to like light a torch, get it to a certain spot. And Big T really showed up in that elimination and made it last way longer than anybody expected. So I was always high on Big T.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I love her and CT's entrance to the club.
Oh yeah, both wearing leather jackets, like looking like prom king and queen.
That club scene looked just like bliss. They were playing flip cup. They were shotgunning beers. I was like, oh my God, a party.
Yeah.
I want to go to a party.
Yeah, I know. I miss that. What else? Anything else happen at the club?
Devin and Amber B talk. Gabby's pissed. Gabby says it's bollocks.
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 Yeah, that's all nonsense. That was almost some more filler in this episode we didn't need to see.
Exactly.
Real quick, TJ said you killed it to Big T.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but we took that out, didn't
he
we?
took it out. But I mean, it's only happened once this season from what I remember. But I was just like, he said you killed it.
Well, quick fantasy comment. I'm about to have negative points because Lolo quitting.
Oh, she's on your team?
Yes. Yeah, I know. I was like, no,
You
this is
pick
like
like the worst possible team, I think.
everybody on my team got DQ'd or sent home or eliminated or quit. I'm like, because Lolo was on, I mean, Leo Rush was on my team too.
Theo, Lolo, was Natalie on your team? I think she was on. Was Ashley on your team?
I had Ashley.
Who got eliminated twice?
Yeah.
Was Liv on your team?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No. So I just had Nicole.
Nicole? Was Nicole on your team?
I think so. I just like everybody on my team has gotten eliminated, hurt, DQ'd, like whatever.
A lot of people quitting when I just like said a lot of names. So that's a lot of people either quitting or getting medically DQ'd.
Yeah,
So
yeah, there's a handful. Gabby's mad at Devin for no reason. Gabby is mad at herself, and she's taking it out on Devin.
yeah.
That's it. The end.
Yep.
And
CT going in regardless. Love that confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, CT's like all twisted about, I don't know why Darrell's like working with people he doesn't know, but we kind of talked about.
Yeah, he kind of he pulls that card out of nowhere all of a sudden when he has the power position. Like, I've known Darrell forever. What's up with that? You know, it's like, oh, now you want to bring that up when you have power?
You know what I was thinking about? And this might be stupid, but okay. All right, hold on. Let me, my brain is going to hurt trying to process this. Why wouldn't the House vote in somebody who doesn't have a skull? Because then they don't have to worry about CT stealing a skull.
Yeah.
If they vote, because they know CT is going to go in regardless. So why don't they put in,
Well, isn't it only Darrell that they would be able to put in because Corey's a rogue agent, so he can't go into elimination? Who else doesn't have a gold skull? It's Darrell, Corey, and CT, right? And Nam, yeah. Oh, they should have put him against Nam.
So why don't you vote in Nam or Darrell and make CT go against Darrell, and there's no skull to win, or CT probably wouldn't go against Darrell because there's no skull to win, so CT would then vote in somebody else. So maybe that's where the risk is. They're like, or just house vote. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean?
There was definitely a better play than giving CT a free gold skull.
That's what I mean. I'm just like trying to think, like, there has to be, why are we assuming we have to vote in somebody with a skull so that way we can like recycle it? Like, why don't we put two people without a skull against each other?
Yeah, I mean, that's I think Wes was tweeting something like that. You know, obviously poor adaptation to this whole skull twist.
Yeah, put like Darrell against Nam and just let Darrell knock out Nam, or maybe Nam will knock out Darrell. Like, just put two random people without skulls against each other and try to knock them out. And all the people in the game with skulls should be trying to do that. Like, they shouldn't, the house should not be, people with skulls should not be voting for another person with a skull to go in. It's like, don't even do that. Just all team up.
Yeah, I mean, Devin brought up some good points in the deliberation for people with gold skulls and without. You know, it made sense.
Yeah, Devin obviously is smart, so he knows how to speak in those deliberations, and those 2 points that he says are amazing. Like,
yeah, save me for yourselves if you don't have a gold skull, because it's either him or Josh, the weakest people that have gold skulls, or if you do have a gold skull, let's remind you that I'm not going to be a threat in a final.
Yeah. It's like, I cannot believe that didn't sway people's decision to vote in Nam.
Yeah, they're voting in Devin because of like all the drama, I guess.
Feelings. It's like, all right, whatever, guys.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Darrell ends up being the swing vote, as we see. He ends up sticking with Big Brother. The compromised agents end up being Devin and Gabby. Josh has friends.
Yeah.
Remember that, where he starts crying?
Yeah, I do remember that. He cried 2 times in this episode, I believe.
It ain't an episode of the challenge unless Josh cries.
He is filled with feelings and emotions. I'm gonna say it.
He's a skin bag.
Of emotions. I don't know. Yeah, he cries because he has friends. Like, okay, whatever. Also, I think the reason, I'm not saying like he has friends. I don't want this to sound messed up, but like one of the main reasons that Josh has friends. One, yes, he's probably really funny and fun to be around, but also he's a good person to have as a friend that you want to get to the final with because you're going to beat him.
Yeah, that's why Johnny Bananas was always like, siding with Josh, because Josh is like a perfect right-hand man for Bananas.
Yeah, he's a perfect right hand man for a lot of people because one, he's fun and entertaining and whatever, and also you'll probably beat him. So,
Yep.
I don't know. Anyway, we get to the elimination.
So Lolo quits, which makes Nam a rogue agent, but so is Corey. So we have 2 guy rogue agents. We get down to the elimination. We see it's the elimination that Cam competed in and won in, but obviously this is with a twist. It's more difficult. The
They said it was like
pedestals
further and higher.
higher and the hooks are further away. So then we get a security breach.
So, is a security breach? Does that necessarily mean that it's somebody coming back into the game, or could it really be any sort of twist?
I suppose it technically could mean any kind of twist, but
Lola went home.
yeah, we saw a security breach before when Natalie went home, where Ashley came in. Lolo goes home, security breach. You have to assume a girl will come in, but then I also think like, is like a pair just going to come in, because Nam is not able to compete any further, I feel like.
Or I thought the security breach could have been like, we're doing a double elimination.
That as well.
But I don't think that they would call that a security breach.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pissed that we don't know what this is, because they don't show us an elimination. Show us the security breach.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, God, I don't want to see Amber M come back.
I don't want to see Ashley come back because she's gone home too many times. I don't want to see Amber M come back because that's pointless. I don't want to. I want to see Nicole Z come back if she's better.
But don't you think it's a little unfair to bring somebody who was eliminated so long ago back? Like it would unfortunately, the only person that I wouldn't be mad about is Amber M, because it wouldn't be like giving her a shortcut to the final. Like if you bring back somebody who got eliminated a couple episodes ago, they're getting like this shortcut back in.
Yeah, it's very late in the game. There's gold skulls, some gold skulls remaining. It's very strange. Like you get inserted to the game, and it would have to be somebody who was already on the season. We already talked about this. Like they can't fly somebody out during a pandemic.
Yeah, so it probably is Amber M, and then who oh, Teresa.
Oh shoot! I hope Teresa comes back. That'll be the second time that's happened in her challenge career where she just got brought back.
It's probably Teresa.
That'd be awesome. Not for you. I know you hate her. I mean, I don't like the way she acts as well, but she's a competitor.
Of all the women that went home, I would like Teresa to come back because
Right.
at least it'll be like entertaining and she's good. You know, I don't want to see Amber M.
Yeah.
Come on. And I don't want to see who else? Oh, Tori.
I forgot Tori was on the season.
I'll take Tori.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, okay, there's some more options than I originally thought then.
Then there's Amber M, Nicole, Ashley, Liv, Natalie. So Natalie's not coming back.
No.
Liv and Nicole both had an injury, right?
Yeah, so I doubt they come back.
And then Ashley, they're not going to bring back twice. So it's really between Amber M and Teresa. It's gonna
Yeah, and I assume Tori got sent home a while ago, so she may already be home. So I don't know if that'd be possible, unless they're holding everybody until like the season ends or something. I don't know.
Tori, Teresa, or Amber.
Amber M.
My vote is
And then it's like when Nam goes home, is Michi gonna come back? Like what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
If Nam goes home, I have no idea.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, that wraps it up. Next episode, we'll see what this goddamn security breach means. And we'll see an elimination at the beginning of an episode. I hope the next episode doesn't feel like messy. I hope it makes sense. I hope they make it make sense with this whole cliffhanger.
One other big TCT moment that I need to mention before we finish is the exercise when constricting her blood vessels.
Yeah, that's when I was like, okay, the edit is setting CT and Big T up to win the daily challenge most likely, or completely fall apart and they'll like argue with each other.
Anybody who knows anything about exercising, can you please comment and let me know what was going on?
Yeah, was there any truth to that?
I'm so confused.
I'll take CT's word for it.
All right, well.
Thanks for joining. We will see you guys next time. Also on the next time, we saw the daily challenge. We couldn't really gather too much from the daily challenge. They were in like a dark room. I don't know what was really happening there. But yep, we'll see. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining. Challenge Express out. Peace out. What's this? What am I doing?